Learning After Effects isn't all that hard. All you have to do is learn some basics to this program and you'll be all set. Keep on watching to learn these 5 tips to be successful in After Effects. It's time to take 5. Tip number 1. The first tip is to stay organized. When working in After Effects, organization is key. When opening an After Effects file, normally the project has numerous files. When working with a large project, the system automatically organizes the files by name. To keep your project clean, it is best to organize the files by type. To do this, use the type column in the project window to sort files by type rather than by name. Once you do this, working in After Effects will be a breeze. Tip number 2. The next tip is keyboard shortcuts. Learning quick controls will make editing smooth sailing. The first shortcut is used to undo a step. To do this, hit Ctrl-Z on your keyboard. The next shortcut is used to fit an image into the canvas of the project. To do this, hit Shift plus Control plus Alt plus H. This shortcut makes scaling an image way easier. This next keyboard shortcut is for selecting different tools. Hitting H will give you access to the Hand tool. Hitting V will give you access to the Select tool. And finally, Control plus T will allow you to select Type tool. These keyboard combinations will have your mouse thanking you later on. Tip number 3. The next tip is for exporting transparent backgrounds. This tip will come in handy when creating several projects. If you are ever making a news package or a PSP, Mr. Glackler requires a lower third. If you want to be fancy, you can make it in After Effects in less than a minute. To do this, you must toggle the transparency icon at the bottom of the project window. Then, when the lower third is finished to your liking, you are going to export it. To do this, select File, Export, Add to Render Queue, then at the bottom of the screen, select Lossless. On the window, select the drop-down arrow for channels and select RGB plus alpha. Then select OK. Finally, select the render button on the right side of the screen. Once it is exported, you can bring your lower third into the Premiere. And now you have an animated lower third. Tip number 4. The next tip is used when you want to resize an image or video. To resize an image or video, you're going to use what Premiere calls scaling. To do this, click on the layer you want to resize. Then, click on the drop-down arrow, go to the transform area and select its drop-down arrow as well. Finally, you will go to the area labeled as scaling. Using these numbers, you can select and hold with your mouse and move it left or right. For even scaling, hold Shift. Tip number 5. The final tip for After Effects is exporting. In After Effects, rendering takes a long time. To shorten this time, select the drop-down menu at the bottom of the composition panel. You can then select half, third, quarter, or custom. Usually it is best to select half because as you make the size smaller, the quality of the video decreases. So make sure you play it safe when using this tip. To recap, tip number 1, stay organized. Tip number 2, use keyboard shortcuts. Tip number 3, exporting with transparent backgrounds. Tip number 4, resizing images and videos. And tip number 5, final export. Overall, as long as you use these 5 tips, I guarantee you'll have a successful After Effects project. Until next time, don't forget to stop and take 5.